Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. What I'm going to show you today is how to wash a car engine. We're going to use some solvents, which I'm showing you on the camera right now, maybe a couple of brushes, some aluminum foil, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. And we're going to wash my 95 M3 engine, BMW M3 engine. It's pretty dirty. Actually, one of the reasons I'm going to do this is because I want to strip and sand and paint and refinish this part of the valve cover here. But I thought, before I even get into that, I'll just give the whole engine a wash. So what do you have to be careful of? There's one thing, the most important thing is you have to cover some parts. If your intake, your air intake is exposed like mine is, you got to cover that. You don't want water to be getting into your air intake and then it'll be sucked into the engine. It probably wouldn't hurt anything, but it's just not a good idea. The other thing is your alternator, and you can see part of the alternator there. It's an electrical component and you don't want to be soaking water into there. Truth be told, I probably have done a very careful engine washing without covering those two things, and I'm very careful where I spray the water, and I got away with it. They are more or less waterproof parts of the engine, but they're not that waterproof. It's not, it's just not a boat, it's a car. So those two things are going to get covered up, and I'm going to use some aluminum foil to cover them up. You don't have to wrap this aluminum foil all the way around 100% of the air cleaner or of the alternator. Just cover the top 180 degrees or 3/4 of it, and then watch when you spray. The spray is not going to be coming up from the bottom, so you don't have to worry about it bouncing back up to the bottom. Same thing with the alternator. Just cover the top of it and you should be fine. One more important thing, you don't do this on a hot engine, you do this on a cold or cool engine. So let me show you what I'm going to use. Usually I use this Purple Power. It's a general purpose cleaner, degreaser. It's okay for the environment. You can dilute it with water depending on what you're going to use it on. But I also found this Gunk Engine Bright, which I've had for years, and I'm going to use that up. This is designed for engine cleaning, and it foams up. But it's also basically a degreaser, just like the Purple Power. Now, I don't think you'll be able to read this, but it basically says cold engine, cover the distributor and your air cleaner, allow to soak in for 10 to 15 minutes, rinse with a fine stream of water. No high pressure water is going to be used here, and when it's dry, start the engine and let it idle or drive it for a few minutes to make sure that helps drive out any moisture that might have gotten anywhere. So let's spray some on. One other tip that I want to give you is don't do this after you just finished waxing the outside of your car, because if any of this spray gets onto the paint, well, first of all, you want to try and avoid that. Secondly, if it does, it's going to strip the wax off, and if you do get any overspray of this degreaser on there, you want to wipe it off so it doesn't sit on the painted finish of the car. Now, the inside painted parts are not as high a quality and don't really matter. So let's spray. Any place where you've got especially a lot of oily hoses, like right there where I'm spraying it right now, give it a little extra. Yeah, get in around the brake booster. You can spray it on your brake master cylinder, try and reach inside and get down a little bit below. This is, it's a good cleaner. It's not super duper highly corrosive or anything. It's just a strong degreaser. Okay, you get the idea. I'm going to shut the camera off and shoot a little bit more. Okay, I shot the whole bottle. Now, if you have a brush, you want to brush some of the heavily greasy, gunked up areas. This engine really didn't have too much of that. So, well, I can see one spot I'll show you. See right in here, I'll just take the brush and... yeah, this brush doesn't get in there very good. I've got another brush. Yeah, this one gets in there a little bit. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about it, but I just wanted to show you that you can do some brushing on some of the areas, and that'll help them come out a little bit cleaner. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, now we're rinsing, and I want to show you how fine. There's nothing high pressure about this. It's almost a mist. Very light rinsing. Well, maybe a little bit more than that. There. All right, go. Going out? Okay, I think you can make it. Oh, that was Mrs. Froggy. She's going out. Okay, there's the beauty shot. Get it all rinsed off. You're going to start it up. Cross your fingers. I think it'll be fine. That is how you wash your engine. And why would you want to do that anyway? Well, I work on the engines, and it's a lot nicer working on a clean engine than a dirty engine. And if you get a leak somewhere, you can see the leak easier if it's a clean engine rather than an engine that's got an inch of junk all over it. So, many reasons to want a clean engine. Anyway, if this helps you out, give me a thumbs up, and if you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. Froggy out. Have a great day. Okay, let's start up. Here we go. Froggy just wants to show you. How's that? No problem. Okay. Froggy says, see you later. Bye-bye.